to wrestle.
Understandable. Chairman, go ahead.
Yeah, you talked about doing the Raw thing on your MySpace. Who on Raw do you see that has the most upside?
Has the most what?
Has the most upside, like, has the most like psychology and talent that you're like, yeah, that guy can really go somewhere. And
there's some people out there that are decent. You got your guys like Rey Mysterio, who I've known for many years, and Edge. There's a few. Santino, I think, does a good job of what he's doing. I get a kick out of watching him. I don't know why. I'm just queer for that. I don't know. Maybe it's a Glamazon thing. Maybe I wish I was Glamazon. I don't know. Anyway, but there's others out there that are coming along. Again, I don't think it's their fault that they're not getting the opportunity to have enough time, really, much to learn, much less establish who or what they are. That's just the way it is.
Oh, yeah.
TNA, I think TNA people get a better opportunity to develop their characters. I love Black Machismo. I just love the hell out of him. I love Awesome Kong. I'm afraid not to love her. She'd kick my ass too.
Definitely. I'd have to ask you in my next question. Can you tell us about the Saturday night main event where you DDT'd Steamboat onto the floor?
Well, that's what they came to us and wanted, George Scott and Vince. And I said, that's an impossibility. It cannot be done. I'll kill you. And that's what we want. We want you to do it. It'll really be a big thing because we didn't have mats along the ringside then, And I said, it's impossible. It will literally kill him. You get that. And I argued it. And Steamboat, because he owed George Scott a favor, he felt, because George Scott had given him his big break in the Charlotte, Mid-Atlantic area years before, went to Steamboat and said, look, you owe me a favor. Please do this for me. It's what Vince wants, and that's what we want. And Steamboat came to me and said, you can call me Jackson. And Jackson, do it. I said, block it. I said, you'll never get the chance to block it. It won't happen. And it didn't. His head hit, and it sounded like a watermelon being dropped on concrete. That was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, is to pick him up and get him back in the ring.
Yeah.
And of course, the real deal was his head swelled out about 4 inches. It took 2 weeks for his eyes to turn black. It damn near killed him.
Dang.
So I guess I was right. Damn, I'm not right often, but when I am, I'm really right.
For real. Question out of the chat room is, who is your hardest opponent to date?
Me. Fighting me every day. Definitely. Fighting my injuries, fighting my failures, fighting the bar that I've set for myself, trying to achieve. Sometimes some people, they don't look at themselves and they try to pick themselves apart and dissect and improve. I've always went too far the other way. I will never be good enough. I will never be happy enough. I will not accomplish what I feel like I should have. And that's not a good thing. I have very, very low self-esteem, which is the reason why Jake the Snake. I can't believe I told you guys that.
Oh, yeah. Chairman, go ahead.
Yeah, what was it like working with Randy Savage?
Well, it was different. I had a great time wrestling Randy. Especially the first Saturday night main event. It was great putting 2 heels out there. It was just go. It was a great match. His father told me that he felt like that was Randy's best match ever. Well, I don't know if that's true, but I know I enjoyed it. The intensity with Randy was always there, as you well know. I tried to convince him to quit chewing coffee grounds and drink the coffee, but I guess that and having his hair dry cleaned. He's very, very, very intense. And I'll just, a great performer in the ring, and you can make money with him.
Oh, yeah. A question out of the chat room, and I think it's a really good one, is what are your thoughts on DDT not being used as a finisher nowadays?
Well, it is by a couple people, but, I really love it. I love to see guys try it. I love it when they don't cover the guy. I love it when the guy gets up. Do you know why?
Why?
Because that tells me and tells everybody out there that's watching, when they do it, they say, you know what, just honestly, that you wouldn't get your ass up. So that tells you in your mind that I'm a better wrestler than that person doing it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I am. I mean, today the most devastating hold in wrestling today is not the sledgehammer, it's not jumping off the top of a 20-foot cage, which does not take a good wrestler, it's an idiot. But it's not a chair shot. It's not getting run over by a car. No, the most dangerous hold in wrestling today, what is it? It's the schoolboy.
The schoolboy?
Yeah, everybody uses the damn screen. It's the most idiotic, stupid thing ever done. These idiots out here do not want to put somebody over. Listen, if you're going to beat me, beat me with your best hold, not a slip on a banana peel, stick your finger at my butt and roll me up thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would rather get beat by a big gun than somebody spitting in the wind and hits me in the back of the head and knocks me over the top rope. Okay? And it's like you see 2 or 3 schoolboys every damn show comes on. It's like, you idiots.
Yeah.
I can't beat you with a sledgehammer. I hit you in the head, you get up. If the guy gets up after I hit him in the head with a sledgehammer, by God, I'm running. I'll know that's what
What are your feelings on Randy Orton?
Excuse me?
What are your feelings on Randy Orton?
I mean, he's got a lot of untouched, untapped talent. I think he needs some guidance. I would love to spend time with the kid. I love Bob Orton. Bob was the most underrated wrestler probably of all time. It worries me that he's hurt again. Motorcycle incident. Some of us have the opportunity to do anything we want, but even the largest dreams can be spoiled.
Oh, yeah.
By bad decisions, bad instances. I don't think it's right to knock somebody because they made a mistake. I think that you have to look at each individual and say, what did he accomplish, not what he didn't accomplish, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very unfair for you to say, Jake could have done this and this and this and he hadn't have, had the problem with alcohol, drugs, or whatever. Well, guess what? Jake did a few things anyway, okay? And I accomplished quite a bit. Now, sometimes I agree with the thing, well, if I had made this mistake and that mistake, but sometimes it takes your mistakes to make you into the individual and